Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on the Division. Today I'm going to be showing you my Nomad build. Now it doesn't have as much armor as a lot of my builds do have, which I will be getting more armor on this gear set, but I threw this together recently. I had a build of Nomad before, but I've scrapped that, rolled a lot of things, and then made this one. Now I told you that the tank meta was pretty much dead in the division, other than the defense build that you can make. Now I am working on that build. Now it may be a little longer to get that one up and going because I'm trying to be very precise when it comes to armor and stuff like that. But this Nomad, the reason why it's a little bit less in armor is because of the health and the regen and all these things are going to take up for that. Now, the more armor you get, the better off you're going to be anyways, but I feel like this is a pretty decent build. Uh, it's about, I'm guessing, 85% complete, so you still got that 15% to work with. So I'll show you this build, and you may like it, you may not, but uh, it's kind of a standard build for Nomad, but I threw in more health. I feel like Nomad relies on health a whole lot. This is what it is, pretty much you get 2 lives with it. And I tried to throw everything I possibly could, even the kitchen sink at this damn build, to try to get a lot of health into him and make him a very tanky person and still can be able to hit pretty decently hard with the talents and things like that. If you do know how to make builds, you can be able to be tanky and shoot and hit pretty hard. This is a decent tank build. Even if it was completely complete, I don't feel like this could still be what the tank should be. But I am going to call this a tanky Nomad set. Other than that, guys, let's get in here and let's show you some of my abilities. I do go with booster shot, of course. That's just the way I roll a lot of times on my gear. I'm always trying to push out more damage and take less damage, so on and so forth. So I feel like this is a good bet for me. And you can see that, again, my skill power is 116,760, but then you can see that my self-heal is 68,387. That's with 4 performance mods that I will show you here in a moment that adds up to make it that high. That ain't really high, but for what skill power I do have, it is kind of high. Now, I do go with the revive, and of course, this is the support, um, and I have like 3,570 it heals for that per second, and that's not really that great, but what I'm trying to show you is that I'm trying to push everything into health on this build to make him as tanky as possible for the enemy to be hard to kill him. And I can shoot and hit you pretty hard too. Now I've balanced as much as I possibly can other than the armor and a few of this, few of that. He's, like I said, 85% complete done on this build. Now, I haven't said this in any of my videos, but I do make a lot of builds and I will be updating them. I'm guessing today it's April. I'm going to try to keep uh, going in and making these better as I go. And I will do an update once per month. I don't know what date that'll be of each month, but more than likely it'll be towards the end of each month. And what I'll do is I'll briefly make a video and show you the perks, or not the perks, but I will probably never change my perks on them like my skills or my talents. But as far as the firearms and the skill power and the stamina and stuff like that, that'll more than likely change. And if I've really drastically went into my attributes and made them different to make the gear set better. Now, more than likely, I will be doing that at the end of each month until I feel like I've got them to where I exactly want them and I'm not going to do anything else. But other than that, guys, I do roll with recovery link with this guy. Once again, like I said, Nomad set want to be as much health as you can possibly get. Now, my talents right here, I do on the move, and because it reduces damage when I kill somebody, you know. So I've got to stick with that. Now I do got adrenaline, I got battle buddy, and I do got combat medic. Uh, I believe that these fit my build pretty well. What we're going to do now, as you know, about every build with this guy that I have shown off, I do have the G36 and AUG going to be with it. And you can see that my primary is 287,079, and my toughness is 379,871, and my skill power is 116,760. Now, as you can see, I'm not running Barrett's chest piece or the inventive or specialized backpack or vigorous chest piece. Any of those that I normally run with a lot of other builds that I do make. And I will show you why here in a moment that I chose to go this way. Now, like I said, you can see that my armor, just by looking at my chest, 1725, I've got chest pieces at over 1900. So right there, you could just say there's 200 right there that's missing off of armor. And of course, you know, I do believe your mask and your gloves and possibly your holster will top at a 1001. I'm thinking it will. So you could add those up and add into that too. The knee pads are pretty decent. And my backpack, it still needs, I guess, in around 100 or so. So you're looking at a 300 to 500 more armor possibly to put onto this build and make that toughness go up any higher. I'd probably be over 400,000 if I had all that out. And that's not too bad for a Nomad set because you know, you want the toughness up because, well, the build I'm making, you know, the tanky build, you know, you want your tank to have a lot of toughness, but then you're like, well, how do I hurt them? I'm going to show you. All right, so G36. Now, you can see right here, I've got a military G36, like I run with a lot of builds on this guy. And it's 22% enemy armor damage. Now, I think you can run up to about 24%. I think I seen something the other day around 23.5 or 24, somewhere in that area. But you can see that I've got the talent Adept, which it increases my critical hit chance by 7.5% for 15 seconds, and responsive and competent. Them two alone, responsive and competent, is just too great. Just, you can pop a skill anywhere and put 10% more damage output, and then, you know, you can be within 10 meters and pop, and then boom, you got 10% more damage. So if he was within 10 meters, pop one skill, and bam, your 20% extra damage output plus Adept, you're getting 7.5% off of that on a critical hit chance. So that's not too bad. Now, the weapon, it's 18% critical hit chance, 60% critical hit damage, and 92% headshot damage. Now, I'm not going to really show you my mods on it because, honestly, well, I'll just scroll down here and let you see. You can pause if you want to. 111 magazine, I believe that's the highest. You can see I'm trying my best to do critical hit chance and critical hit damage, and really don't need a lot of stability in this gun, but I put a little bit more into it to make it to where I can do headshots a little easier. As you can see, my AUG right here, it's a 21% critical hit chance, and I'm believing that goes to a 22.5 or 23.5, somewhere in that vicinity. So the submachines are very, very good. This AUG on my Go build pretty much melts everything it comes into contact with, or the Alpha Bridge. It really does good. But you can see it's 16.2k damage per bullet. That may not be much, but then you go in and you have responsive, destructive, and competent. Now, destructive ain't as useful in the DZ anymore as it used to be, but as you know, DZ, you come across NPCs and then you'll come across regular people. The destructive will stop, just like it's always stopped, doing any kind of armor destruction. This talent actually is worthless after the armor is off an NPC or like another player, but it does help to get that armor off whatever they've got on, and then you can continue to put more damage on. But anyways, I got responsive and competent, which, like I said, within 10 meters you're going to get automatic 10%. If you pop a skill anywhere, you get 10%, but if you're 10 meters or less and pop a skill with both of these talents, bam, you got 20% output more damage. So you could say 16.2, you can do 20% on top of that, and there you go. And plus I got booster shots, so that's also going to help me push out more damage, which I'm going to show you here in a moment what they can do. And like a military G36 is 17.9K, you could just say 18K. But, you know, we're going to go right here. Actually, I changed it, but I'm going to go over here and see if it's changed out. We'll go down here. And you can see with my AUG, I've got 48% critical hit chance, 60% critical hit damage, and 55% headshot damage. Now, right here, the firearms is 4905, the stamina is 6240, and the electronics is 3892. As you can see, I have built this build evenly across so I can unlock all talents on my guns that, you know, I really like, okay? The talents that I really enjoy. Now, I recommend doing that because you can be more dangerous, okay? You don't want to miss out on talents that you really would need to make a build work right. I could have went with plenty of talents and made it to where I could heal myself off of damage or, you know, all these other things. But I decided to go with pure damage off of my guns because I've got so much health rolling here, and I'll show you, you know, these gear sets, these two will work really good together. Other than that, guys, you can see that I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start showing you. First off, I'm going to show you my survivability. Toughness 379,871. Max health is 260,679. Now, as you've seen, I had 60-something thousand I could heal myself for just off of my booster shot, which isn't the highest healing shot there is out of there. But, you know, I may not have the support station up or my booster shot at all times, but with the gear that I'm running, I can kind of afford to run a lower skill power and work it that way. Now, my armor is only 31, 38. I mean, it can go to 33.5, I think, somewhere in that vicinity. But we're going to go ahead and get into here. All right, now, I've got Alpha Bridge chest. It's a 1725 armor, 1258 firearms with major attributes is 4% health on kill, 15,481 health, and minor attributes is 55% ammo capacity. And you will see that I do got a 261 stamina mod with 3295 health, another stamina mod with 256 stamina, 3,334 health. Now, like you see, I'm pushing all the health that I possibly can in the mods. I do have to change out, I believe in some of these, I may have to change out for firearms or electronics to get these up, but we'll see. Now, you go to my backpack, it's an Alpha Bridge also. 1205 armor, 1527 stamina with a 7% critical hit damage, a 51% ammo capacity. As you've seen, my chest and my backpack both has ammo capacity, which you will see how much ammo I do have it right here in a moment. And you can see that you have, I have another stamina, 266 stamina, 3256 health in it, and my performance mods are 26% first aid self-heal. All my performance mods are going to be first aid self-heal 6%. That gives you 24% more on your health. And if you've got low electronics, I mean, you know, low skill power, then you need that to put more health on you. All right. Now, the reason why I picked Alpha Bridge is simple. 2 pieces of this is 100% health regen. All right. Now, a lot of people would go 3 Alpha and 3 Nomad just so they could get the weapon damage. But honestly, I don't feel like that weapon damage is more important, not as important to me as one more life. Okay. Because standing toe-to-toe with somebody with Nomad and going down and then coming right back up, you got that extra life, and I feel like that would be more worth it than just 5% weapon damage. All right, now we're going to the mask. This is Mask of the Nomad, 998 armor with 1523 stamina, 4% critical hit chance, 16% disorient resistance. And you can see that I do got a 260 stamina with 3284 health out of that. We'll go over here and I'll show you. I got gloves of Nomad, 977 armor with 1236 firearms, 5.5% critical hit chance, 16% critical hit damage, and 1297 assault rifle damage. And my knees are also knees of the Nomad, 1634 armor, 1268 electronics, 16,669 health with 32% disrupt resistance, 31% shock resistance, and 29% burn resistance. And I do have a 265 stamina mod with 3250 health and a 6% first aid self heal. And I got on the holsters, a holster of the Nomad, 962 armor, which this is a pretty good, in my eyes, this is a pretty good roll for holster of the Nomad. It is 962 armor, 1261 firearms, 1258 stamina, 1269 electronics with 8319 on health, and of course we've got the 6% first aid self heal. Now, I'm going to go in and tell you on the Nomad, this is what you get. You get 2 pieces, you got 15% health on kill. And if you get 3 pieces, it grants a constant small amount of healing, allowing the user to regenerate all segments of the health bar during combat. Don't think you can stand in gunfire and be able to stand there forever, because it doesn't heal you as much as you'd want it to. 4 pieces is when receiving fatal damage, you are instead healed to full health. Can occur once every 4 minutes. Now, this means that when you're standing toe-to-toe with somebody and you know that if you've got the 17.9 damage off of that bullet on that G36, you know, just say 18K, you're standing toe-to-toe, you can actually, if you're going toe-to-toe with one person, more than likely you'll be able to stand there and kill them before they kill you. What I'm trying to say is when they kill you the first time, see, Nomad actually gives you 2 lives, okay? Every 4 minutes, you're going to have 2 lives, okay? So if they completely kill you, just pretty much, you won't go down, they'll just completely fill your health all the way back up. You can sit there and keep pounding on them and let them go ahead and knock your health all the way out, and then hit them really hard after that, because when your health will come all the way back up, and then they got to go all the way through your health again in your armor to kill you once again. And you can be popping like booster or throwing down your support station or whatever you want to do, because you know you're able to go in and kick some ass because you got 2 lives pretty much every 4 minutes. Now, as you can see, I've got health on kill also. So what I'm going to do is try to find here. Let's see. Right here. Let's see. I was trying to see. I did have more health on kill somewhere. I was trying to tell you. I'm trying to show you right here. It's 19%. A lot of people would want to try to do more. I was just lucky enough to get that extra 4%. Now I've got 19%, so every time I kill somebody or an NPC, I get 19% health on kill off of that. Now you want to try to get as much health on kill with this build because you're trying to keep your guy alive. But other than that, guys, let's go in here and I'm going to show you. All right, now this is with my, let's see, this is with my G36. Remember, 17.9K a bullet. I'm within 10 meters. I've not popped any skill or anything. All right. Now 19,732. Headshot will be 37,984. That's within 10 meters with this gun. Like I said, if you hit a body, you're hitting 19,732. That's not bad, okay, with not having over 300,000 firearms. Now, our DPS. Now, let's actually pop. We're going to pop booster, okay? Because most of the time, people is going to pop booster. So, what I'm trying to say is this is going to be the most DPS that you can get out of this build. Pop booster, one skill is being popped. So now responsive and competent is going to be taking effect for like 10 or 15 seconds, and booster is going to be in effect. So you're going to be getting quite a bit of damage. Let's do it. Body shots are 24,674 and 47,479 for a headshot. Now, can you imagine that at 10 to 15 seconds? All right, that's pretty good, guys. I really do feel like it's pretty good. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Actually, I had this build built a long time, but then I had to change over because I decided to make it a tanky build instead of just a straight DPS with a little more health on it and whatnot. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm not actually going to go out into the world and show you how this works, but if that's something that you want me to do with all of my builds, I will. I did do it in the last two builds, but you know, it's self-explanatory how good this build could possibly be or is. But anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'm always looking to see what I can do better. This has been JustHitSquare. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Goodbye now.